I have repeatedly said it, that people that you see on Twitter, some of them are not smart. However, I understand that generally Nigerians are not smart people. And this is not insult, I'm included. We are not smart. English not be our mate. And I understand that English is not our language, but at least before you comment or before you criticize someone, you have a smartphone, you have a data, check up some information. Don't make people be laughing at us when they see you talk. You start causing unnecessary argument and you start insulting people up and down. Let's go by the narrative. You are not practicing one Nigeria. You are just moving around everywhere because your land is not fertile. I made a video saying that Igbos are the ones who are practicing one Nigeria by default. The English word default means in that case that so many people are doing what they are doing unconsciously without knowing that that is what they are doing. Let me give you a typical example. 90% of men marry because of sex, but 90% of men will tell you they didn't marry because of sex. But like they say, action speaks louder than voice. It's hard to see a man that will tell a woman, I want to marry because of lovemaking. Most people will say, I need to reproduce, I need children, I love you, that is why I want to marry you, I need to settle down, I need a partner. Many excuses. But by default, unconsciously, many of us men, if not 99%, marry because of sex. If you marry because of children, let's use it as an example. You have had 2 or 3, 4 children. By a space of 2 years, you have spent 8 years. You have gotten children, but you are still cheating on your wife. And the excuse is based on, say, your wife is no more giving you attention. Yes, biologically and psychologically, when a woman gives birth, 1 or 2, her attention and affection moves from the husband, from the partner to the babies. It is psychologically, it is biologically. So it's not the fault of the woman. That sexual romance that you enjoy from your wife is no more there. It's no more firing like the way it is when you newly marry. Such men, they understand that the woman is busy now, taking care of the children, trying to add value to the family. The man is not blaming the wife, but yet the man cheats on the wife because he's no more getting the sex that made him marry the woman. He's now looking for it somewhere else. That thing the man is doing is by default telling you that the reason why you married the woman is sex. But you will not want to accept it. That's what they call default, subconsciously. You didn't think about it, but that is the reality of life. It's hard to see a woman that has given birth to 1, 2 babies and still maintain the same composure of lovemaking he had when he was dating or when he newly married. It's hard to see such a woman. Though that kind of woman understand that a baby can put asunder between husband and wife. Because 90% of the time, once the affection moves to the babies, the baby is now putting asunder between him and the husband. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. The baby is now putting asunder what has joined you, both of you together. But the truth is that none of you want to tell yourself the truth, that sex is the reason why you marry, not even the babies. That is the pure truth. Now, if you understand this explanation, it will not make sense to you why I say that Igbos are practicing one Nigeria by default. 99% of Igbos will tell you they want Biafra. But by default, unknown to them, going to other people's places, buying land, building there, means that you are practicing one Nigeria because action speaks rather than voice. Those who are saying they want one Nigeria are not going to other people's places to buy land and build and live as if that place is their final destination. Because those ones are saying one Nigeria and live, but their action does not depict that they want one Nigeria. They can't live in other places. But you, the Igbos, are saying it. And I'm telling you this because I'm an observer. I'm a critical thinker. I can tell you that most people doesn't know this thing, but they are practicing it. That's why I say it's by default. But English not be your mate. You come and make this comment. Another one you are saying is that Igbo land is not fertile. That's why they're running away. Fertility in terms of agriculture Or fertility in terms of, you mean psychological, people are not making money there? Or are you saying fertility in terms of mineral resources? Because the last time I checked, apart from Imo being the highest deposit of gas, apart from Russia, Anambra is followed suit. Down to Abia State that has crude oil. I've been at coal and limestone in Enugu. That we used to grow up to know West to have what they call cocoa. Yes, is a cash crop that is making money for Nigeria. North has what they call granite pyramid. Is there any of them existing? But the palm oil that they said that was coming from the east are still coming from east to today. Imo State has the highest farm of palm oil tree farm in the whole of Nigeria. Google is your friend, verify it. Apart from Naifo in Edo State, Imo State still has the highest palm tree farm today in Nigeria, where palm oil is coming from. Every morning, those Lagos land that are selling local delicacies are bringing fresh palm wine. Where is it coming from? Should I tell you the cash crop and the crops that are coming out from the east that are doing well till today? I've been investment. Is a banner ringing in your head that 99% of clothes, apart from Okrika, that are coming from Nigeria are made in Aba? There are 3 car companies now in the east. One has a showroom in Enugu and produce in Aba. One has in Nnewi, which is in Nothing Motors. Should I tell you about pharmaceutical companies in Onitsha? The only difference between Lagos and the east is just of seaport, because the raw materials come to Lagos first before it coming to Aba. But if not, Lagos not be saying I then get the highest industrialization for Nigeria. You know how many people, Igbo men, get industry in Nnewi? What are you talking about? Billionaires live in those areas, and you are saying they don't have safe land. 2 years back to back now. Because some of you are saying that you want to live your safe haven. Is your place more safer than it? Is it not last week here they kidnapped an APC youth in the west there and slaughter him? A king they kidnap and slaughter. 2 years now back to back now. Igbo people have gone to Igbo villages December back to back now and do December showing of houses. And yet no single unknown government, single crime was committed in those Decembers. With the high price of transportation and fuel, they still go back home to tell you they no be their home, be their safe haven. They went and do 2 good weeks in their places, back to back now. Should we start telling you? Where is even safe in Nigeria? I live in Abuja. Is it safe? You make safe haven. When we say these things, many of you don't think. When, as I said, by default, a Chinese that is coming to Nigeria is not coming because he wants to show Nigerians that he can compete. When the Igbo man bring his own brother by the side, he don't see it as a competition. We are calling it competition because that is market strategy. They look at it from the collab. Now your brother day here now, 2 of us there together will go they grow together. They look at it from collabo, and which is what they do. Because if you don't get this one, you go for this other store, collect and sell to you. But in the recent, it's a competition. Because even at 1 year, if the brother bring goods and start selling, him also will want to compete and bring the same kind of goods and start selling to his own customer too. That's why we call it competition. It's a market terminology. The competition doesn't mean that trying to overpower you. But of course, I know you don't have sense. English no be your mate. You could not understand the economic terms. When you will make comments, you don't think. And you want to justify what you're saying. But like I said, I don't blame me people. Why is it so? Because every percent of Yoruba that will claim that Yoruba is better is just because of one state, Lagos. Every Northerner that will claim that their place is better than South is just because of one place, Abuja. Can any state, apart from Lagos, we have Oyo, Igbo state have 5 states, Igbo have 6. If you remove that one state, which is Lagos, is Oyo going to compete with any place in the southeast? Ogun, Ondo, Oshun, is any of them going to compete? Is that an insult? No. Am I saying it for me to brag that Igbo? No. Where the video was made for you to understand that you don't need to see people who are coming to your place as because you are, and yet you still fall victim to say that because your place is a safe heaven. Which safe heaven? Where in the southwest that is better than every other place in the country? Have you gone to north? Do you know how safe north is? Is it because you listen to propaganda? Do you know how Medugri is safer in Boronu than even where you live in the south? People just live in one small place and conclude that your place is safe. Who tell their place is safe heaven? I'm out of here, John.